For hours, Iran's radar saw nothing. No signal, no warning, nothing. Then suddenly, a ghost appeared. At 42,000 feet, a faint return, barely visible. It appeared for a second, then vanished again, then returned, slightly stronger. And in that moment, everything changed. Because this wasn't random noise. This was something real, something moving, fast, high, and exactly where nothing should be. Somewhere over central Iran, a B-2 stealth bomber was flying alone. No escorts, no radio calls, no backup, just silence. For more than 11 hours, it had crossed oceans, undetected, invisible. Its mission was simple: fly in, strike, disappear. And until now, everything had worked perfectly. The aircraft was designed to be invisible, with a radar cross-section close to a bird. But stealth is not invisibility. And tonight, something was different. A long-range early warning radar, the Gadir system, reported destroyed weeks earlier, was active again. And it had found something. Not a clear target, just a faint signal. A ghost, moving across the sky. Inside the cockpit, everything went quiet. The system flagged it immediately. A signal spike. Weak, but real. The crew didn't speak. They didn't need to. They understood exactly what it meant. One radar became 2, then 3. They weren't searching anymore. They were focusing. The B-2 wasn't invisible anymore. It was becoming a target. And the crew had a serious problem. They couldn't call for help. One transmission, and every system would know exactly where they were. So they stayed silent. No calls, no warnings, just decisions. Fast ones. The pilot adjusted course. Just a few degrees. A tiny correction. But at 42,000 feet, it changed everything. For a moment, it worked. The signal weakened. The radar swept past and missed them. But it didn't last. Because something else was happening. The radar network was connecting, sharing data. One system saw direction. Another saw altitude. A third confirmed movement. Individually, nothing. Together, a pattern. A ghost, moving north. Fast, high, real. And now, impossible to ignore. Then it got worse. A surface-to-air missile system activated. The S-200. An old system, but still deadly. Designed to engage targets over 200 kilometers away. It didn't need perfection, just enough data to take a shot. Now the B-2 had no choice. They activated electronic countermeasures, and instantly, everything changed. The sky filled with noise, false signals, fake targets, ghost echoes. The radar picture collapsed, blurry, confusing, unstable. But there was a cost, because the moment the jamming started, the aircraft revealed itself. Not visually, but electronically. It became loud, very loud. Every sensor in the region heard it. Every radar turned toward it. The B-2 was no longer invisible. Now it was being hunted. Multiple systems, tracking the same target. One gave direction, another gave altitude, and a third, the Bavar 373, tried to lock. Individually, none were perfect. Together, they were dangerous. And time was running out. The target was still ahead, deep inside defended territory. Turning back was not an option. So they kept going, straight into the threat. Then came the moment every crew fears. The bomb bay doors opened. For a few seconds, the stealth was gone, completely. The radar cross-section increased instantly. The signal became clear, and this time, they had a lock, a confirmed track, a real target. No more guessing, no more ghost. A missile was launched, a Syad 4 interceptor, accelerating fast, climbing, locking onto the last known position. Everything was happening at once, the missile closing in, the radar tracking, the system locking tighter, and at the exact same moment, the bombs dropped. 16 GBU-31J dams falling silently through the night, each one locked onto its target. No turning back, no escape. The bomber closed its doors and disappeared again. Just like that, the radar signal vanished. Gone. The lock broke. The track collapsed. But the missile kept flying, still chasing, still searching. But now, it had nothing. No signal, no target, just empty sky. A fading return. A ghost. Seconds later, the ground lit up. Massive fireballs, shockwaves tearing through the area. Underground structures collapsing. Chain reactions spreading. From one explosion to another, to another. Everything inside, destroyed. Completely. By the time the missile reached the last known position, there was nothing there. No aircraft, no signal, nothing. They saw it. They tracked it. They had the lock. They even fired. But it still wasn't enough. Because this mission was never about being invisible. It was about timing, precision, and seconds. That made the difference. What appeared on radar that night was real, but it was never meant to be caught. If you want to see what happens next, watch this video.